I'm Dave McHugh for D3Hoops.com and Hoopsville, joined by Dave Macedo, head coach Virginia Wesleyan, after their not so easy by the score win over Bridgewater. The score was big, but that was a hard-fought game. They certainly didn't give up to the end, and I would say they played the second half even with you.
Yeah, I mean, it was a three-point game in the second half. They have 7 seniors, and they compete. Don does a great job getting those guys ready, and, that was their first trip to Salem, and, they were out to prove something. We were just fortunate we made, we shot the ball well today.
You guys have had some down parts of the season. One of them was Bridgewater. They got you guys on what DJ Woodmore would classify as a flat night. How much have those tough games maybe prepared you for this run?
Well, we've dropped a few along the way, to make no mistake about it, and that's hurt, and that's bothered us. And we didn't play great basketball, I would say, a couple weeks ago. So we're starting to put it together. Feels good to do that. Feels good to make shots and see the guys dialed in. And our focus is much better. But our leadership, our attention to detail has been good, and we're certainly going to need that coming up. But, when we went up to Bridgewater, that was a tough night.
How much does a game where Randolph-Macon loses to Hampton-Sydney to start the day help wake your team up a little bit too at the task at hand, that you can't rest on your laurels? You really got to be ready to play.
Yeah. No, you got to. And in this league, absolutely, everybody's got it out for you. They, being a team 3 times is tough enough, and the unique style that everyone plays, and the coaches just, they prepare well. They're well coached, and you got players that are high level players in our league in a lot of ways. But that kind of sets the tone. That if you're not ready and you come out flat, what's going to happen. It's going to be a quick ride. And in our case, it's a 4.5-hour ride home.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You have Player of the Year in DJ Woodmore. You have the Rookie of the Year and more. What does that say about the program that you guys have and the players you have?
Means we need to keep doing it. If we keep doing it. We keep doing that and bringing in those kind of kids and those kind of character young men, then we're going to have a chance to be good. And at the end of the day, we just want to keep knocking on doors and having a chance to be consistent and playing for championships. And those guys make it easier. They make my job a lot easier in our coaching staff. And, Corey's a special talent. He's not there yet. He's got a lot to improve on, but he can go in a lot of ways. And DJ, he just gets it, and he's done that for 4 years. And he's writing his own conclusion. We hope that it's going to be a good one.
Saw DJ Moore call you off late in the first half on a play. Yeah. I have not seen many players have that kind of pull on a head coach.
Well, I like it. When a player tells me they got it, then I'm good, and I trust them, and they've been with me long enough that, I think they got a good feel for what I want at certain times, and I got a good feel for, what's going to work and what's good for them.
The landscape has changed a little bit with Randolph-Macon losing. Door slightly open to go in yourself and win a conference title, but it also opens up a little bit of door the at-large. How much are you focused on what you guys need to do? If you can't win the AQ, at least get to the championship game?
Yeah, I think for us, it's tough to say. We've been 9 years in a row. We'd like to be back there. I think, we've played a strong schedule, but you never know what's going to happen around the country. So we don't want to leave it in anyone's hands. I think tomorrow night we need to get better. We need to take care of business. And, obviously 2 games gets you an automatic, and maybe a chance to play at home. But at this point in time, we just want to take anything and hopefully get in there. And Monday, hear Virginia Wesleyan called.
You obviously, we talk about the up and down. The conference has been up and down in the sense of how many teams have been in the top 25. But this is the deepest I've seen the ODAC in a long time in the sense of how many teams have been above 500 and where the wins and losses have come. I know that's a time where you lose hair or have it go gray, but from your point of view, what's the ODAC been like this year?
Well, it's been tough from the standpoint that, there is a lot of parity this year, and that one play, one injury, an off night shooting the ball, and you could lose the game. Mm-hmm. And there's that much talent that there's not much drop off. I don't know if there's any elite teams, so to speak, where you can just put those teams and say those teams are there, but I think from top to bottom the parity's there, and there's some very good basketball, and it's about who's getting hot right now. And I like to think that we're getting hot, or we have a chance to, and hopefully I think Randolph-Macon, they're a really good team. I think they get a chance to be in there, and hopefully we'll do the same.
Dave Macedo from the Virginia Marlins, who will move on to the semifinals in the ODAC tournament. Who they will face is to be determined as we talk. Thanks very much for joining us. I'm Dave McHugh for D3Hoops.com and Hoopsville.